Gentlemen,
Yes, sir.
gentlemen, boys, brethren, I've reached a point in my life where I'm just cutting sleeves off of shirts now. Okay, like I had this shirt and I've been wearing it forever, and I was like, I told my wife, I was like, hey, it's time, cut them off, cut them sleeves off. We're wearing this, guns out. I mean, it
It's
says
so
get these
funny.
hands. Why would I not wear this guns out? That doesn't even make
There you
sense. It should
go.
have been the first one. Should have been
Well,
the
and it's
first
been like humid as hell too.
one.
I
Oh
got
man, it's rough. It's rough.
Yeah, it is.
got my Dean Malenko shirt, Man of a Thousand Holds.
There you
This
go.
is the first time for this shirt being on this show.
Dean Malenko is one of my secret favorite guys out there. Back from the old school video games when he was just goaded on them. He was way OP.
Oh, Texas Cloverleaf's one of my favorite
Oh,
submissions
it
of all
was
time.
over. Yeah, it was over as soon as you locked me in.
Does someone do that still?
Sheamus was doing it for a little while,
A little
Okay.
bit.
but he was just calling
You'll
it the
see it.
Cloverleaf.
You'll see it from like random guys. Like you'll see like a Cody do it. You'll see a Punk do it. You'll see those purists do it every now and again.
Somebody just did it like a
Was
couple
it?
weeks ago.
I think it
That's
was
why
Punk,
I'm.
wasn't it?
It
Was
might
it
have
Punk?
been.
It
What
might have
is
been
Nick
Punk.
Aldis's? Was it Aldis? What is his
Oh,
submission?
maybe it was Aldis.
Oh,
It
it
maybe
was
it
Aldous.
was.
Aldous. Aldous
Yeah.
does. That's his. That's one of his finishers. I'm pretty sure.
I was like, I swear to
Yeah.
God, I just heard that recently. Yeah.
Hey,
'Cause I
so we should
remember
welcome
popping
everybody
for
else
it.
into this conversation soon. So let me welcome everybody else in. It's just us right now. Like, let me get to, hey guys, welcome to
Yes,
Cafe
sir.
Mars. Come on in and hang out with us. We're just talking today. We're just talking wrestling. So
I
As
put
usual.
ghost pepper hot sauce in my Bloody Mary. And this podcast is brought to you by Dubby. Aaron, do you want to tell them the
shoot,
statistics?
did I get my stuff?
Mine's coming
Mine's
tomorrow.
Yeah,
I
mine's
was
coming
supposed to get
tomorrow
my.
too. It was just late
Oh,
for the episode.
I thought I was supposed to get it today. I thought. Oh, maybe it is
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, if we
Yeah,
all ordered around the same time, it's probably tomorrow.
yeah, it'll be
So,
cool though. Next week we'll actually have
Yeah,
product.
yeah,
I
and
think
we'll
we'll get spaced on that.
if we got different flavors and stuff, we'll make sure to talk about what we got and what we think and
Yeah.
all that. But yeah, W
Yeah.
I was
Energy,
looking
use
forward to
code
that for this week.
KTMarksPod, get 10% off. What was that, Aaron?
Um,
I was looking forward to that this week. I was like, yo, I'm about to
Oh,
run
yeah,
that if it gets here on Saturday. But
I
exactly.
know.
I didn't see it.
Yep.
But tell them the statistic of how much they'll save because I had to buy a Red Bull at work on Friday.
Yeah,
$4 for a Red Bull.
yeah. Right. I can't remember the exact number, but it comes out like if you get a tub, it comes out to be like $1.30 a serving or something. So yeah, instead of popping into the gas station, grabbing a $4 Red Bull or whatever it may be, grab yourself a tub of W Energy. Get that energy you need for only $1.30 a serving. Use code KFAMarksPod to get 10% off.
Yeah, nailed
Yes,
it.
sir.
All right. Bills
Absolutely.
paid.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
As always, come find us on YouTube, Spotify. We're on Amazon, Apple, iHeart, wherever you like to listen. Give us a follow, a review, a subscription. Those things help to go a long way. So please throw those our way if you'd like. If you're on the YouTube, I appreciate you checking out the vlog I posted about my trip to Minneapolis.
Dude,
If you
that thing
haven't
got
yet,
40 views last night.
yeah, it was fun, and people have been receiving it well. So go check that out if you haven't. It's on YouTube. I did some vlogging around Minneapolis about the SummerSlam event, so that was pretty cool. So check that out if you can.
So,
Appreciate
so I
those
was
who have.
thinking, gentlemen, really quick. One time here, we need to do a not one of the big ones. Not we're not pulling an Aaron here, guys. Calm down. But one of these times we need to do one of these PLEs together, even if it's just like a Raw or SmackDown, something that we
Yeah,
can kind of somewhere in the middle, like Madison or
for sure.
something along those lines. If we can find one that's like that, we should
Absolutely.
all try to get together for one.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that'd be a ton of
definitely.
fun. Yeah, I know
So
even like a random like Dubuque, Iowa or something kind of goes
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
direction for all of us.
Even there was even like so I looked up where was I think the Royal Rumbles in like um Arizona, somewhere in Arizona,
Yeah,
yeah,
Glendale, Arizona, I think. And I looked up flights from Chicago and like, or I think it was Chicago or St. Louis. But I looked up there like $180 for flights, and I'm like, man, the tickets aren't crazy. the
Yeah.
fights aren't that bad. We can make something like
Right.
that happen where it's
Imagine.
a little bit. I'm talking like we try to plan it for a little while to make sure we got
Right.
it, but
Yeah.
that'd be fun.
Yeah, no, we'll coordinate that. That'd be
the whole
awesome.
thing from there.
Hey, Adam, do you have your microphone?
No,
Okay, I was wondering.
that's what I was wondering if it was too quiet or not.
It's not quiet. It's was it muffled a little bit?
That could just be me too. I mean, I feel like I have a head cold or something. So that
Okay.
could just
No,
be
you're-
that could just be me talking to them. So
You're all right. You sound good. If for some reason you seem quiet, I'll pump you.
It
up.
could just be on my
Yeah.
end too.
nobody,
But, I had
nobody ever
something-
misses what I have to say. So we'll be all right. We'll
A
be
little
all
more
right.
credit, Adam.
So I had something funny that I had to share on the show from TikTok today.
Sure.
And it's from the video I posted yesterday. And it was a clip from last week's show. And I said, the difference in wrestling styles keeps wrestlers from going to AEW. There's a style for every wrestler and fan out there. What's yours? And then it sparked something that made me... I giggled like a little schoolgirl. Like, I loved this so much.
We hit
The
the
first
AEW
comment-
versus WWE fan divide.
Oh, yeah. The first comment.
At its finest.
LOL, AEW is garbage. You talk about bangers, but don't mention the suffocation part with the bag over the head, or stabbing each other with syringes, or drowning each other with a fish tank. Somebody responded to it. Guy, when sport about hurting each other looks like they're actually hurting each other. Then this guy responds, guy, that is mentally unstable right here. And then he also added, pro wrestling isn't try to kill each other. It's about putting on a match and entertaining storyline-wise. And then that other person responded, it's literally a sport where they pretend to hurt each other as much as they can. Why are you so shocked when part of the show is them pretending to hurt each other more? He responds with, drowning someone or stabbing or killing someone isn't a sport. They respond with, the sport is literally a mix of acting and acrobatics. They're in capitals, acting like they're drowning each other when they're in no danger in reality because it's acting. The final response, what does drowning or suffocation or stabbing each other with needles is acrobatic or wrestling? Just because you're a sicko doesn't make it correct or right. And I went through and liked all of them and just kept it going. I was like, just pouring gas on that shit.
Hey,
Oh.
that's fine. Keep them talking. We appreciate all the engagement. Come have those conversations with us. I think it shows that there's levels. There's something for everyone. And AEW might not be your cup of tea, but guess what? There's a lot of crazier shit going on than what goes on in AEW.
Yeah.
So
Let me talk to you about GCW for a little bit, and we'll get after it.
Exactly.
You guys, I messaged the group chat saying, like, you guys need to check out Wrestling Revolver. It was live last night. Our buddy Phil Stamper was there. He was on.
Nice.
I popped for him. I was like, Phil, I know him. Got excited. That main event, it was a Cage of Horrors match where it was Cruel versus Cologne versus their champion. What the hell was his name again?
Uh-oh.
I can't remember, but just awesome match. And then at the very end, one of their guys used their version of Money in the Bank and cashed his golden ticket in and won. It was
Nice.
freaking sick.
That's cool.
But I was just excited to finally see Cruel wrestle because I've heard so much about him. He's pretty good.
Is he?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's like he's almost like an old version of Kane, kind of.
Okay.
Big guy, mask, moves slow, Jason Voorhees style, where you can hit him with everything and he just keeps coming.
Yeah. Nice. That's pretty cool.
So,
Should we, get these shots in?
yeah, what do we got?
I had rum, and I feel like rum is easy to just kind of get the same thing every time. So I went with Malibu this time. A little bit of a
Oh, wow.
girly rum.
My wife approved of that one.
Rum, Malibu
Oh,
coconut.
I'll be right
I'm gonna
back.
do my
I,
shot.
Oh, there you go. Got the peanut butter.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. 2 seconds. I got the guy's name that picked my shots out in my wallet.
I'm doing it out of my daughter's glass. I think. I don't know. I bought
you go.
these one time, and I
Oh yeah.
for like crafting, and I thought they were going to be bigger, and they weren't. So it's been hilarious. I'm like, so now I'm just stealing this one. I decided it's going to be a shot glass. So
That's great.
that's how she
Hey,
uses
nothing
them.
wrong with that. I bought
how
one of
she
those
is.
little or my uncle gave me one of those little like Menard buckets you can get, like the little tiny ones. You just use it as a beer
Oh
glass.
yeah. Those are dope. Hey, listen. So I just started the second job, guys. So we'll have to talk a little bit about that. But it's on the weekends. I'm telling you, this place has the wildest collection of Star Wars shit, Star Trek shit. Like I was amazed. We went in there today
Yeah,
because I had never been in there
sure.
when I applied for this job. I just knew what they were. But it'll just be a weekend gig. But this shit is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good
They're like a
time.
collectible store.
It's called Ben Franklin's, and if anybody arout there has ever had one around them, they know what I'm talking about.
There was one in Chippewa when I was growing up.
I'd say there was one in Minnesota too for a while, so up in your area, but actually further up. They said they were way up, but it's just like an eclectic mix of everything, like crafts, puzzles. But then they have like a second store called Final Frontier, which is like all collectibles, cards. Like me and Ezra have probably like 10 or 15 MLB card packs to break when we're done with this.
Nice.
And they had one that was like it was all cards from 1988. So those of
Sweet.
you who don't know, that's how old I am. So I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna break those," and there's a ton of them in there. So, but yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna go work there and be like, "Hey, give me stuff for how many hours I work, and we'll call it even."
I like that.
So,
Yeah. Oh, let us know if there's any hidden gems for sure.
oh, dude, I'm gonna have to go. I mean, there's cool shit in there. Cool.
That's awesome.
All right, and then Midtown Foods and Liquor Store, Andy R. picked out E&J brandy for me, and he picked out 2 Gingers Irish whiskey. I've never had
I have a
Two
shirt, dude. I got a shirt.
Two
It's good stuff.
Gingers isn't bad. Yeah, two Gingers isn't bad.
All right, well, thank you, Andy. I'm going to try that one first then.
E&J's is just brandy.
Yeah,
Isn't E&J on the
that's
lower
hood
end?
shit. It's hood shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers, fellas.
All right.
Oh,
Malibu
Peter,
is very
that
weird
was-
having that much at one time.
Um,
It's not bad.
Yeah,
Alcohol,
last thing I'll
it's
say about
just
it.
like
the last thing I'll say about this, Aaron, I'm praying that I get your dad for Secret Santa this year because the amount of
yeah, get
stuff
something
that
crazy there.
oh my goodness! Like I'm telling you, if I
guys-
get him this year off the
Yeah.
top, it's gonna be great.
For sure.
You guys are fucked
he
in the
was-
head. You think that's good?
Oh, $2? Yeah, I mean it's not bad. And as far as Irish whiskeys go, Irish
That's
whiskey
great.
is supposed to remind you that you hate your life and
Sure.
everybody.
Uh,
You're not
I'm remembering.
wrong.
I fucking remember it right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, your dad's been blowing up on my Facebook, man. Tim.
What do you do now?
Over my fucking Facebook. Oh my god! Just first of all, Tim is very outspoken about his views on everything. So
You don't say.
he does not hold back. There's things that I've like clicked on where I'm like, why is this showing up? And I'll like click on it, and it'll be a Tim comment right there talking about people with the wrong parts, according to him. So like that dude is
He gets
just-
put in,
he goes off. He goes
He gets
off.
put into Facebook jail quite often.
Oh my
Oh, no,
god!
they allow him on
believe
that
that.
app.
I am
That's
telling
great,
you,
man.
like, whether I agree or disagree with Tim, and I'll be honest with you, there's ain't much that we agree on in terms of like how we see the world. But I absolutely love that guy, and I expect his right to be able to say whatever the fuck he wants. But
Some
man,
people are just funny the way they apply it.
Tim can say whatever he wants. He's earned it. But like, it cracks me up, man. It cracks me up.
I haven't been on the IPA train in a while. IPAs are my
Oh,
kryptonite.
Did you get that meme I sent you guys?
Yeah.
yeah.
The best way to
Yes,
drink an IPA?
Mango
Just a guy
IPA.
dumping it out.
Voodoo Rangers
I
are
don't
nice,
even-
man.
I have no clue what this is. I was at Kroger and I was like, let me pick something up. And it was Corona Sun Brew. So we're going to
Interesting.
Is that like citrus, right? Citrus
Yeah, we're
Corona.
gonna find out. Yeah, Citrus Cerveza. Citrus
And
beer.
that
I
Voodoo
don't know if
Ranger
I've-
has the
Go ahead.
coolest artwork out of any beer I've
Oh,
ever
yeah.
seen.
It's really, if you know the show Invincible,
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
show, the pack that I got this in, there's like this blood orange IPA in there. It's really good, but it's 9%, so you gotta be a little careful. But it looks really cool with that artwork. But I don't know if I've showed you this before. I went to a Packer game last year, and this is a turf koozie. So it's got like the Packer logo
That's
and
dope.
Miller Lite on the other side, and it's turf, like it's the
Uh,
fuzzy.
Look at the bottom of it. Whose logo is under there?
There isn't one.
Okay, we didn't make that one. That's probably why it's cool.
Nope.
It's almost as it would be a lot better if it didn't have the Packers on.
Don't get me started, Adam. Don't get me sore. I'm telling you, one football season's starting soon. When we're doing these recordings, football will be here. If you see me,
Yeah.
right now it's the show doc. In a couple weeks, it's football.
I gotta be honest. That's my sport too. Like besides wrestling, it goes wrestling, football, baseball.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. I could watch anything but football. I'm not a football guy by any means at all. I like
That's because
baseball.
you were a Cowboys fan.
That's true.
I was, but I'm not
I
anymore.
wouldn't watch it
I'm
either.
not a cow. Yeah, I'm not a Cowboys. I'm a Bears fan now. So, according to my son,
Like, you shouldn't be able to get worse, and somehow you did. Like, I don't know
I
how you
did.
did.
I
it.
know, and I was pretty frustrated about it. But you know what? Hey, the coach is cool. Painted fingernails
a
are fine.
freak?
I don't give a fuck. You know, so throw touchdowns with them painted fingernails. That's all I care about. So I'm a Caleb Williams fan. Roman
boy.
Dunze is dope.
Yeah,
I
just love how Caleb Mil-
cool.
I love how Caleb Williams made one really cool play, and so he got the Madden cover.
Oh, I'm waiting
Yeah.
for that Madden curse, baby.
It won't happen this year. Nope. Mm-mm.
Oh, man.
I'm a fan now. Actually, it's going to be the law of Adam because I'm saying I'm a fan of the Bears. They're going to blow up. They're going to end up in Indiana. All kind of
You know what?
weird shit's going to happen.
We'll come back to this, Adam. I will thank you to the heavens if that comes true.
Well, it's going to. You guys are going to run through the division because of me.
Well, next you just have to become.
That's the only reason. It's the only reason the Packers were so good against the Cowboys because of me.
There you
I
go.
kept betting against them.
All right. So first story is directly from your cousin's mouth right away to start off the show. So it's kind of cool. It's like a family reunion thing.
Oh. What's the opposite of a family reunion?
Cousin wedding.
Where are we at? Are we in Alabama? Or are we in New York?
Brian Alvarez said everyone he has talked to in AEW is baffled by the Bayley contract situation. And there is belief her current deal with WWE is not up for a while, maybe as long as January. And that's if they don't add time. Dave Meltzer added that she hasn't re-signed with WWE, and that could very well be the reason that she's been off of TV. And she did have a weird comment, too, that she posted. What was she like? I'm all in, or I'm something.
Her and Mercedes have been going back and forth with
Yeah.
the subliminals, but I feel like they know how to work the system, too. I feel like whether it happens or not, they're just...
Oh, yeah. I think Bayley just doesn't want that half of your contract like everybody else got, expecting them to take a pay cut. Adding to it, and this is going to lead into another conversation for us, you guys' uncle, Dave Meltzer, mentioned that what's happening with Bayley's WWE status right now is the same exact thing happening with Ilya Dragunov's status. I didn't know anything about Ilya's contract or if it was coming up or what, but apparently it is, and maybe he's not willing to negotiate. Maybe he's not willing to take a pay cut. I know he's been at Natty's gym training people.
The problem
But-
is neither, like, they don't know either. So,
That is true. They don't know shit. I feel like they make shit up a lot, but I like to read their stuff to make fun of
Well,
them.
sure, and it's fine to get, like, a feel for it, but, like, the Bailey stuff, they've been pushing back, like, when the contract is, just every time it, like, comes up to the next one, which is fine if that's how you want to do it, but I know I mentioned Kaz Kazim on the Ringer radio show, Ringer Wrestling show a couple weeks ago. He said back at Saturday Night's Main Event that it basically is that the the ball is in Bayley's court. She can decide what she wants to do until she makes that decision or not, or until time runs out. That's when we'll know what the decision is. Either the news comes out that she resigns, or the news comes out that she releases. Right now, it's just in her court. So,
yeah, I believe it, and I would also believe that she's, from what I heard, like what she's been doing has been getting her heat backstage, and I think that she thought it would be the opposite, but it's not doing what she thinks it was going to do.
yeah.
And that's based off of, I believe, WrestleLamia's video that I watched this morning. Also, the Punk steroid allegation thing just came out again. Dude,
It's just
no.
That's just things rehashing.
Well, the picture that they used for the thumbnail, half of his tattoos were missing from the picture because it's not fucking real.
Did you see he was at an NXT live event this weekend?
Yeah, Mason Rook
He took
took
a
the picture
powerbomb.
with all of them. That was cool.
He
He's
took a
gonna
power
be,
bomb from Lockwood.
He did take that. He took it like a champ too, but that's Punk. That's what he does now. He's always down to help younger talent. It kind of reminds me of like the Shawn Michaels-esque thing of what he's been doing. And I genuinely think that, yeah.
In Chicago too.
What happened in Chicago?
So, no, he's going to be at Worlds Collide in Chicago too.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
When is that?
End of September. They posted the date.
Yep.
Like they did one of those like CM Punk on these dates, and that was
Mhm.
one of them.
Following up on Jonathan Coachman, says, him saying Bron Breakker is pissed with his creative. Selfmade Pro reiterated that he's, quote, been baffled with his creative in recent months, but WWE has already started fixing that on Raw with this Oba Femi stuff. During the 2 Count podcast, Jonathan Coachman said, how many fucking podcasts is Jonathan Coachman on? He's got the Coaching Bro, the 2
Anything more
Count.
than one.
How many podcasts do you need of the same? Like, how many podcasts do you need of the same fucking
Anything
thing?
more than one is too many.
You don't see me having 4 wrestling podcasts. I don't get that. Anyway, Jonathan Coachman, who thinks he's a fucking genius, said his sources told him that WWE is 1,000% behind pushing Austin Theory right now, and that's related to why Bron Breakker is getting pissed off at his own booking. So take that the way you want, but I highly doubt Breaker's getting pissed at somebody else being booked good. That's probably one of his friends. I think he's pissed because they're not doing anything with Breakker. Well, they weren't. Now we got the Oba thing. But for a while, we were just...
I think it has as much to do about what they're not doing with Breakker than it does what they are doing with Austin. You know, it's clear that they're all in on Austin Theory. That's obvious. But, I think he's just getting frustrated that they're not doing anything at all with him or his character, which is, it's like staring down Oba, which is stupid.
Yeah. And that's fine. Like if they want to push Austin Theory and do like the Vision with Logan Paul when he's back from injury, like we may not like the guys, but that's a tag team that you can kind of be okay with, you know? Exactly. But with Bron Breakker, I think we did our episode on Unreal and going over what was on there or anything. I feel like Bron Breakker and now Chelsea Green are basically confirmations that Unreal is just a storyline. We knew it was scripted, but like they are using Unreal as a storyline. Bron Breakker on there talked about how people were passing him by, how other people came in and took his spot, and now guess what? That's his storyline with Oba. Chelsea Green had her thing with Michael Hayes saying that she's not the one, she won't be at the top, like she's there to get pinned, and guess what? She's a chance. Like it's all foretold. I wish I could remember who said this, but someone said, if you just pay attention, WWE will tell you what they're going to do. So,
yeah. You know what? I think WWE Unreal is about as real as Total Divas was.
Sure. I don't know,
and
but
I have a story on that. Weird how I segued that. It's almost like I'm a fucking professional. Hey, drink W Energy, by the way. Natalia told the Battleground podcast that she and the Bellas are not taking their feet off the gas in their fight to bring back Total Divas. She says WWE President Nick Khan listens to them and is very collaborative.
There you go.
You can tell I went to Chippewa.
No, you
with
figured
them
that
about
word
how
out.
to make the show bigger. That's
Yeah,
fucking
I know.
hard, dude. I had to sound it. I wrote
I
the
would,
word
I
down.
would, I would have.
I hand wrote
you work
this
for
shit.
Chippewa because you figured it out.
Did you
That's
spell it
accurate.
correctly?
That's accurate. He's been collaborative with them about how to make the show bigger and better than ever.
Showing off.
In case it does get the green light, we're looking at like the best version of Total Divas yet. Because, all right, this was the question that I wanted for this specific story. Obviously, the Bellas are going to be on it. Obviously, Paige would be on it. Obviously, Natalia. Which one of these young buck girls are going to make the show?
Bianca and Montez, maybe.
They do have that, and they could kind of spin off from their show into Total Divas, so that makes sense. I'd say Bianca. Naomi would probably come back.
Lash Legend would be your star of the show. You get Lash Legend on that show, and it's game over.
Lash Legend?
Game over. Star of the show.
I think Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
That's who I think. I think Roxanne Perez, Raquel,
Maxine
and Liv.
Dupree would be
I think
great.
would definitely be on.
I mean, they've got a crew. They got a
Maxine would be
group.
great.
They could do wrestling wives, because essentially they're all in relationships with people that are wrestling. So
All right, now here's the other question. Who do you think would tell them to go fuck themselves? I'll start. Becky Lynch. I think she would never do that. Just like AJ Lee did back in the day. She's like, I'm not doing that shit. She cut a whole promo on everybody about doing that show back in the day.
Charlotte and Alexa.
Yeah.
Nia.
Nia would be on. I think Nia would be on. I think she was on, wasn't she? Like the last season? I think I'm the only one that had girl time with his wife and actually watched the show. Is that where we're at right now?
I've never watched it. Not once.
Yeah, neither. My take is I actually don't think it would ever happen because I think too many of them would consider it going backwards and rehashing a time that wasn't the best, and so they just won't.
I think they'd have to rename it. They can't name it Total
Well, no,
Divas
of course.
anymore.
Oh no,
Yeah, because
no.
it's not Divas anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was my guilty pleasure show where I was like, Cassie, get the popcorn. There's a new episode of Total
Mine was
Divas
Bad
tonight.
Girls Club, so I'm not judging you at all. So
We all have that one. We all have at least one punch on our man card. We all have that
Mine
show where
was-
we're like, fuck, if anybody finds out I like this, I'm going to get beat up.
There's no good ones anymore, but $1 Million Listing was mine.
How about this? Let's go throwback. How about Rock of Love with what's his name? Every rose has its thorn.
Nope.
Fucking guy.
Oh Jesus!
Is that Brett Michaels? Brett Michaels? Is that it?
There's too many of those shows from the 2000s.
But that was like the first one.
Probably
Flavor
shouldn't have
Flav's,
happened.
man. Slave Out Love was it. That was it.
Yeah. Tila Tequila
Fucking
before she
Flavor
became
Flav.
a Nazi.
Tila Tequila was wild.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
All right, I'm going to steer us back on track. All right, WrestleVotes says Jordan Grace isn't being used right now simply because there's only so much time on SmackDown since they were knocked down to 2 hours. So put her back to NXT. So move her to Raw. You can fucking find time. It's your company.
It's bullshit because they weren't using her on the 3 hour, so you can't trust that at all. That's not a real.
Yeah, it's a good
story,
point.
'cause they didn't use her on the 3 hour either. I'm hoping that with JC Jane being the U.S. champion now as a heel, it'll give opportunities for Jordan Grace and some of these other women who haven't been used to kind of be more of the face against JC Jane for a while and get more of them on TV. Because I think it has been hard with the baby faces being the champions because they don't have that many of those heel characters coming through. So Julia's someone who should go to Raw, but I think she's
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
she
she's
also
better.
shouldn't be losing on main event.
Right, to Michin. Sorry, I like Michin a lot, actually. I think she's really good, but she should not be, yeah. No way.
All right. This is kind of rolling off of last week. Fightful says there is a 99.9% chance. They doing Steiner math right now? That Brock Rex Steiner will be offered a deal by WWE when his NFL career is over. Now, we know he's an undrafted dude. We know he just got popped for whatever it was.
Yeah.
And we know what it was. I think his career might be shorter than he thinks. At least there's a chance. At least there's a chance, or it is over already, and he's like, I'm not going to sit out for 6 weeks. Fuck it, I'll go do what my dad did. Maybe WWE's talking to him already, like, hey, how about an ID contract, or something.
He'll take a year or two and play like UFL or Arena or something, but he'll be in the ID program in probably like 18 months.
Yeah, I just thought this was like it's just because I brought up Brock getting in trouble last week, and then I was like, Fightful is like pointing out the most obvious. Like, what? Did you guys have no news this week? You had to point out the most obvious thing you could think of? Right. I could have said this last week. Fuck.
You did, I think. Yeah.
I probably did. All right, here we go. The Wrestling Observer newsletter says the line from Becky Lynch about Liv Morgan not being the greatest women's champion who has slept with Dominic Mysterio, which was later deleted out of replays by WWE, which is another conversation we're going to have in a minute, was not her own doing, but it was actually in the script.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. Now, you guys know that I'm a wrestling DVD collector.
Yes. That's
because, at least in the older stuff, because I've been watching my what did I watch this week, Aaron? I watched Bad Blood 2002. I watched No Way Out 2003, and I watched Insurrection. When was Insurrection?
Didn't you watch Vengeance Day, or was that last week?
No. It was Rebellion. No, that was one of the ones I had you pick which one am I going to watch. Remember, I sent you 3 of them.
Oh, yeah.
And it was Rebellion. I have Insurrection in my cart right now. I'm just trying to see if we're going to need gas this week. But they don't edit shit out. They didn't edit at least important shit. Chair shots to the head. Blood. Braun Breaker's thing completely ruined even any rewatchability with the Braun versus Seth cage match.
Yeah.
Who wants to watch a blurred face like it's a guy from Cops that refused to sign the release form? Nobody. Right. Why would you do that? Why are they doing this? Because everybody was pointing their finger at Netflix. I wasn't. I was pointing it at WWE because if you guys don't remember, Peacock was doing the same shit. They would freeze frame it, and you would just hear the chair shot. You wouldn't see it.
So, I actually do think it's Netflix, and I think it happening on Peacock also is a tell that it's the platform because they have to abide by ratings. A live program doesn't have the same rating as like the replay program, so the live can do what it wants. But maybe it's WWE that made the decision. Maybe it's Netflix. I don't know. But for whatever reason, WWE replay, like WWE Raw, is a PG rated replay.
They need to change their rating then because there's fucking true crime docs on here where I've seen legitimate dead bodies and slashings and that shit ain't edited out. The Walking Dead is a show on there where I'm watching guts fall out of shit. But we can't see a boo-boo on somebody's head? It's fucking ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, and people say that too, but it's because of the rating. Again, maybe it was WWE, maybe it was a platform, I don't know who. But it has that rating, so they have to abide by it on those replays.
We got to get out of this PG era shit. That makes sense. Actually, that makes sense to me. But we got to get out of this PG era shit because I'm not all for it.
Right.
If you can't tell by the show that we have where we drink and swear, like, I'm not for PG. All right. 1 says WWE is hoping Rhea Ripley will be back in time for the Royal Rumble next year. I don't know if you guys saw, but I saw some images of her last week, and she was crutches, and just her face looked fucking miserable. Like, she's not digging it. It's probably the same face I was making with my ankle surgery. I can do shit. Miserable. You know how fun it is to ask your wife to help you out of the shower? It's not.
I would say probably not, yeah.
It's really not.
If that's the case, though, she just needs to relinquish the title. Whatever they need to do to get that to happen, just...
Well, she did, didn't she?
It's still.
I guess
on,
not
or-
officially, huh?
Still,
Guess not officially.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. I think this is the right pronunciation. Alea Mysterio?
Probably Aaliyah. I thought it was.
Ray's daughter? Alea. Alea. Alea Mysterio has officially started at the Performance Center. According to PW Insider, the 24-year-old daughter of Ray and sister of Dominic Mysterio is listed on the internal roster under her given name, Alea Gutierrez. So,
There's
I guess we're going to get another Mysterio, huh? Rankins, you should be excited about
more
that.
than one royal family, I guess.
Yeah?
Hey, I think the women luchadors are awesome, and there's none in WWE. I mean, I know AAA is WWE, but you know what I mean. Like, bring it on, because she could be.
She can't
really
be as bad as her father. So
Good
Oh
lord.
my god. How does he hate Rey Mysterio? I don't get it. Like, I get that he can't cut a promo to save his ass. Like, he is a terrible actor, but he's one of the best in-ring performers I've ever seen.
He's been rough as the AAA GM.
Yeah,
I won't lie. Did you not watch Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio? And what was that, SummerSlam?
Is that the one where Angle was just throwing him the fuck around like a rag doll?
It's like the best fast match I've ever
when
seen.
Angle was carrying the match, yeah, I remember that.
Good God.
Oh my god. I'm gonna move on.
We're gonna get in trouble, yeah.
We're never gonna change this guy's mind. We're never gonna. All right. Sources told False Finish that WWE never gave serious thought to possibly changing Zilla Fatu's ring name ahead of his surprise debut in NXT. It sounds like WWE doesn't plan to rush him to the main roster either, even though there is an obvious spot for him in the Bloodline angle. Did you guys watch his mom freak out?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you think about it then, Aaron?
I don't think there's an obvious spot for him in the Bloodline, because you got Jacob as kind of the crazy enforcer right now, like the hothead. You have Solo coming in, who's going to be kind of the comedic relief if they let him keep his same character.
They
you already have two characters who are going to like kind of push the buttons of the Bloodline, and then you got Jay and Jimmy who are like the solid Bloodline guys, and then you have Roman. So I actually don't think there is a spot. I think if Zilla learns WWE's ways in NXT for a while, which I think would be really great, and then he comes up when there starts to be a divide, that I think is a better play than adding him to what is like, quote unquote, a stable right now.
Stable.
Do you think maybe he's the one that saves Jacob, gets him the hell out of the Bloodline?
They could do something like that too. Yeah, he saves a fracture at some point, or he implodes the fracture at some point.
It, yeah.
It's a good point. Yeah, the Bloodline is full right now. I guess it doesn't have the most members it ever has, but it's tied, right? You had the Usos, Roman, Sammy, Solo.
Right. It's 5.
And then right now we have the Usos, Roman, Jacob, Solo.
But
yeah,
things could change tomorrow too. We have no idea what happens when Solo gets in front of
I wouldn't count Solo in yet.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. That's very true.
Sorry.
I never will, by the way. I never will. La Catalina is expected to be at the Performance Center this week, but they aren't clear if that means she's going to end up in NXT anytime soon. That from PW Insider. Aaron, who is La Catalina?
She is a fantastic luchadora. She's very good. She's an unmasked. Yeah, Adam, you know too. She's really good. She was kind of like AAA's really big signing like 6 months ago, and she's done some really awesome stuff. A lot of really great like tag teams and triple threat matches and stuff. But she could absolutely come over to NXT and do some fantastic work.
See, the only Catalina I know is from My Name Is Earl. So
you don't know the Catalina wine mixer?
You know that one.
Oh shit. I guess I do know too.
But no, she would be really dope in NXT.
This luchador takeover of wrestling is amazing. I'm here for it.
Oh,
But I like the way WWE's doing it over AEW, if I got to be honest.
really?
I do. I mean,
Oh, AEW.
their
Sorry, I
influence
thought you
in
said
AAA
Yes,
is,
yes.
I mean, well, you've seen what their influence is. El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano. 5-star
Yeah.
match. Nobody can deny that, ever.
And the
It
heat
was
is
so
picking
good,
up
Chad
between
Gable's
him
a
and
champion
Dom,
now.
too. Yep.
Right. And then, you know, we're
The tournament.
bringing the luchadors to WWE and letting them lucha, but
Yep.
just giving them a little bit of the American WWE style at the same time. But then AEW is like, hey, just go out there and don't sell.
Right.
Come on, comment section, get upset. I want more comments. I want to read that shit.
Oh man. They did the second round of the tournament though yesterday in AAA. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. It's Psycho Clown versus
Oh, that match.
Parka. As good as
But
you
my
can
boy
imagine.
came out. My
Did Psycho Clown win? Because I saw a headline that says, in absolutely no way will Psycho Clown face Roman Reigns.
Go ahead, Adam.
Oh,
You
well,
were
I
gonna
was
say
just going to
something.
say, I just, the guy that came out was from LFG, and so dope.
Yeah.
It was so cool. I'll let you answer the Psycho Clown thing, though.
Yeah, no. Psycho Clown wasn't going to face Roman Reigns. No. La Parka is like the bigger, historical figure in Lucha Libre. So he was probably going to win, but they ran a really good angle, as Adam said, with someone coming out. So go watch it from last night.
Okay, I will. I will after this. Yeah, just, to, give La Parka a little fluff.
Yeah. 'Cause he straddles comedy a little bit because he's a little bit
Yeah.
goofy in the way he does things, but he's, there's been like what 2 or 3 La Parkas now over like 60 years. Like they're just
Three
it's
or
so good what
four.
they do.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
But the original is the one that's got me like, dude, WCW. I have WCW versus NWO Revenge right now hooked up in my living room. And guess what? He's the only guy that comes out with a fucking chair. That's awesome. He would have the microphone. He wasn't actually talking. I can't remember who it was in the back. I think it was... shit. I'm not going to say the name because I almost said Ole Anderson, but I think Ole Anderson was the one that did the... who was the dude with the Stormtrooper helmet that fell over and completely ruined his career before it started?
Well, wasn't the Stormtrooper helmet was Tugboat, wasn't it?
Yeah, but what was he called again?
Oh, God, I don't know the name. Yeah.
Aaron, can you Google that? Because it's going to drive me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
They even made an action figure, and the action figure was him like in the box. It was upside down, like he fell over something.
The Shockmaster?
The Shockmaster. Yeah, I think Ole Anderson was the dude that was voicing the Shockmaster for the promos that he barely fucking lasted a cup of coffee for, but it was so iconic. Fucking, I think it was Mattel made an action figure for it.
Fred Ottman.
Is that Tugboat?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes.
Okay. And I believe that's Cody's uncle,
Yeah,
right?
so.
I believe so. Or at least Cody calls him uncle whatever.
Yeah, nephews. Yep.
Knew it. All right. But yeah, I don't remember who was voicing La Parka. Can you check that quick too? Who the hell was voicing him? 'Cause it wasn't him. It was like this weird jazzy like way that he spoke. It was pretty cool.
Adolfo Margarito Tapia Ibarra.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way I'd have remembered that. All right, I think people have heard me embellish being a 90s kid enough. According to WrestleVotes, it's expected that talent will be moved around from SmackDown to Raw to account for recent call-ups. Good, because there's a few people on SmackDown that need to be put to Raw, especially because Raw is 2.5 hours, sometimes 2:45. A few times they have gone over. I'm for it. I think that SmackDown's getting oversaturated. I also don't understand why almost every single call-up is going to SmackDown. Why are none of them going to Raw?
Right. Yeah, it's almost like they thought the women's division needed a bunch of help, and then they added too many. Like, I know I said it earlier, but someone like Julia could do good over there. especially with Blake Monroe getting into the fold now. Like it's just too full. Tatum's over there now. WWE usually likes to keep like couples together, and if that is the case, Lola Vice is going to go to SmackDown because that's where Priest is. So,
You know what's nice is when Vince was in charge, he did the exact opposite and kept couples on opposite shows most of the time.
oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it's Vince McMahon. He likes seeing people suffer. As genius and brilliant as he was, I don't think he enjoyed happiness very much. I just watched a thing about like the first meeting that he had with DDP. DDP hugged him, and Vince immediately like fucking hated DDP from then on. Booked him in garbage. Just there's a whole thing. Look it up.
Sure.
AJ Styles said on his show that he's not working full-time at the WWE Performance Center, but rather filling in for a coach who is out after knee surgery. We talked about this in the show 2 weeks ago. That is Terry Taylor that just left with knee surgery. Remember that?
Sure.
So AJ Styles is filling in. Nobody get excited. He's not staying. I gotta find 14. Here we go. Oh, this one I found interesting because this almost felt. Well, first off, before anybody jumps down my throat, it's deserved, but it felt a little Hogan-y. Not in a bad way, not in a bad way, in a good way, but just hear me out.
Okay.
Fightful Select says MJF has major influence over the programs that he's in and contributes creatively in some others in regards to anything he's involved in. They also note that this has been well known for some time. I think he deserves to call his shots. If he doesn't want to do an angle with somebody, MJF is your star. You can argue Kenny, you can argue Swerve, you can argue a few people. I think MJF's your number one. That's your guy.
Yeah.
So I think giving him creative control over what he's going to do isn't that big of a deal. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, Adam.
Well, I was just gonna say it's not that big of a deal till it is a big deal, you know, and it's just one of those like you got certain people who do well with that kind of thing, and then you have others who don't. And so as long as he's not the kind of person that's going to take that and actually be a Hogan with it in a lot of ways, yeah, sure, it'll be great. But if you have MJF today, who do you have tomorrow? And is that person going to be, you know? We've had situations with like Shawn. You mentioned Shawn Michaels earlier, where Shawn Michaels was like the guy after Hogan left or after whoever, and he made sure everybody knew he was the guy, and he made it a problem, and it was a big deal. If you're not doing that, you're fine. But if that's how you're going to behave, then I would assume that it might be a bit of a problem. But not for MJF, sake.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
don't know.
not about MJF. It's about the next guy. You know, it's about who comes after MJF.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is very. If it is done in a way where it's like I'm not just the champion the whole time, then yeah, definitely. But I agree with you, Tyler, that he's the number one. Everyone else is, you know, I feel like someone like Kenny Omega or the Young Bucks, like they have kind of that like that legacy number one feel, where MJF is like the right now best that you have and what you should center most.
And he earned it.
I don't know, dude. I think he's been the best since day one, since he walked in. Every program that he's been in has been successful, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You can go to the Inner Circle. You can go to what he did with Punk. You can go with what he did with
Hangman.
This Kenny program was pretty good.
Yeah.
The Will Ospreay match, as much as I was like, there's 13 finishers in 5 minutes. You know, I sound like a fucking 1990s WWE fan, which I am, but was it entertaining? Yeah, it was. It was. I also noticed that MJF loves pile drivers and variations of it. Like, that was the match where I was like, holy shit, he does a lot of different pile drivers.
Yeah. Well, his finisher, it's kind of one.
That and the only thing, and it's so weird because with MJF, it grew on me. I'm also looking at my full gear limited edition MJF John Moxley box set right now.
Sure.
Yeah, so his program with Moxley was pretty good too. But his original finisher, I think the one that he still does, that arm bar.
Yes.
Now I know for sure, yeah, that would fucking kill. But it's not very. It's not a crazy move. It's a very like almost transitional move that he made a finisher, and I hated that for so long, and then it just grew on me, and I was like, yeah, no, because he can put it in anybody out of anywhere, and it makes sense because that's what they tell everybody. You need to be able to put this move on everyone, or you need to be able to hit them. Need to be able to hit everyone with the move. That's why the spear works so good. That's why the stunner works so good. That's why the rock bottom works so good. Mm-hmm. Crippler crossface, which I shouldn't say. I'm gonna say Daniel Bryan used it. I'm not gonna say the other guy. But the sharpshooter, if the move goes on to everybody, then it's gonna work. And I think it just needed some time to grow on me, but it ended up doing it. Do you guys feel the same way? The first couple times you saw him use that armbar, were you like, ugh, that's what ended the match?
I don't know. I the problem is I haven't seen it enough. He actually just had a match this last week where he used it to finish, and I thought it looked great. But yeah, it probably would feel different if I had seen it from the beginning.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just an asshole. If you ask my wife, I am. So. All right. I think this is the last story I have on AEW. And then I got a couple more, and we'll move on to our Around the Bell.
All
right. On Tuesday, Kofi filed a trademark for his legal name, Kofi Sarkodie. God, dude. Mensah. Kofi Sarkodie Mensah. That's a mouthful. And also filed for a trademark on his initials, KSM. As for his partner, Woods, he filed a trademark for Austin Creed on Tuesday as well. And it's prior belief that he has already filed a trademark on Up, Up, Down, Down prior to ever even being released from WWE. Because I know a lot of people were like, well, what? Is Up, Up, Down, Down not a thing anymore? Because it was a thing, and then WWE's like, oh, you're doing that in the locker room? Well, let us just do what they do.
Right.
And then I think the good news is we're going to see a bunch of other guys that we have. I don't know. Do you guys watch Up, Up, Down, Down or not?
No.
No? You should check it out. It's pretty good. There was a definite shift from when he just ran it himself and then WWE got a hold of it. Look at Taker's podcast. I thought it was 10 times better, and then all of a sudden Fanatics got a hold of it, and now his wife's on there, and it's like,
yeah,
dude, you should have kept the other guy. But apparently both claims listed were from the same attorney and law firm, which, I mean, they're connected at the hip. Did you think they go through different law firms and shit?
Right. If you watched AEW this week, it seems like they may be becoming their debut maybe at All In as a trio with Swerve.
That's what I was hearing. I saw something about that. Like, I thought that, or I saw that people thought that they were going to debut this last Wednesday with Swerve, but they didn't.
Right. Yeah, and then he called out the Hangman for his triples title or whatever they're called. So I think that's what they're thinking for All In.
What do you guys think they're going to be called?
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know either. I really don't. PW Insider says they haven't heard 100% if Haku is now full-time, but he was obviously there for the big title win for the MFTs. I'm going to stop there. Can we change that fucking name? They shouldn't be the MFTs now. It's just those two. The Tongans? Can we call them the Tongans? They need a new name. The MFTs don't work no more.
Old name, Gorillas of Destiny, whatever.
Even that, dude. MFTs just immediately when I hear that, I think Solo. I don't think those guys. I don't think Tala. I don't think Tama. I think Solo.
What if it stands for motherfucking Tongans?
Then I'm with it.
Oh. Yeah.
There you go.
Are they going to have to blur that on Netflix?
Probably.
And it sure seemed like he could be a regular presence going forward. I think I would agree with anything that Haku wants to do because I like my nose the way it looks, and I like both of my eyeballs. So whatever he wants to do is fine.
Terrifying.
I'm scared
It's
to death of
crazy
that
how he's
fucking
just, even just his old guy presence is like, holy shit. Like, I don't want to look at this guy straight.
guy. No.
But I don't know if it gets much more full time than being there for 2 matches in a row and then also being there for the third match where you win the championship. I don't think it gets much more full time than that.
I think if he wants a contract, he's going to have one. That's what I think. Okay. I've read come on. I've read blurbs from books. I never read a book in my life, but even on the on interviews and everything that you've seen, the one guy that Andre the Giant was afraid of was Haku. He wasn't afraid of anybody else, and actually, people say that Big John Studd was terrified of Andre. So that should tell you, like, Haku's nobody to fuck with. And we've all heard about the airport story and the bar story. Like, I would be using my best manners. Minnesota Nice would mean something that day. Holy shit. Yes, sir. No, sir. Can I get that for you, sir? Fuck that, dude. I don't care how old he is. I think he could still fuck me up.
Oh.
I'm good. I know, right? I don't want it. I don't want it. This one was awesome, and I knew all three of us would get excited, and my pillowcase would get really excited.
Don't ever put me and your pillowcase in the same sentence again.
No, you're going to enjoy this. You're going to enjoy this. Regarding the Lucha Brothers reunion, Selfmade Pro said they were told to expect it once they finish up with the top contender tournament to face Roman Reigns in Mexico City.
Yep.
We're going to get, allegedly, we're going to get the Lucha Bros finally in WWE after what? What have we been waiting, 2 years? It's been 2 years now, right?
Well, he got over so hard, so much, So it makes sense why they kept him apart. But he's on AAA. He was on there last night, and he's actually going to face Bronco Nima, who's in NXT, but he's part of the Los Perros del Mal in AAA. He's going to face Bronco Nima next week on AAA. So they're starting to play into his time down there.
Okay, so here's my question. Obviously, the Chad Gable Cinderella story, it needed to end with a title win, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they were even sold more like, hey, we have Chad win and now Penta can get the Lucha Bros back together? We can,
I think so.
Add this to the tag team division that is, like, okay, first off, the MFTs needed to win that belt. It's only believable for so long for Damian and R-Truth to be the champs. Mm-hmm. It really is. Honestly, I think it overstayed its welcome, and I love both of those guys. But come on, what were they fucking tag champs for? Like 5 months, 6 months?
Wow.
A long time.
Right. I just feel like a legitimate tag team. I get when they do single guy together. Oh, look, we're the odd couple. We win the belt for a month or two. Not half a fucking year.
The problem is, I agree with you, but I don't think it's a wrestler problem. I think it's a WWE problem.
Oh, it's 100% creative. It's not a wrestler problem at all. It's 100% creative.
They just don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, what is WWE's issue with tag team wrestling? What is it?
Fraxium are two of the best dudes in the whole company, and they just don't wrestle.
I haven't seen them on TV in how long?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Watch Main Event. You'll see them there.
It's fucking ridiculous, man. So this one would be more for you and Rankins over me.
Okay.
False Finish claims UFC fighter Michael Chandler was at the WWE Performance Center recently, although there is no word on if he is getting ready to finally do something in WWE. People are starting to speculate because he's teased it a bunch in the past. What do you guys think? I think he'd be more legitimate to see on WWE TV than fucking Jelly Roll.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely...
You know more than me.
Well, he definitely would be legitimate. I mean, and character wise, he's an incredible character. I Michael Chandler is probably a really really good dude, and but I was blinded by the Conor McGregor light for so long that I had a ill view of Michael Chandler for a while, but he probably is legitimately a good dude, and I think that if he wants to do WWE, he would add to it. He definitely would be, and I don't think he would be he would be more of a Kurt Angle than a celebrity style person. Like he would come in with a pedigree, like a small Brock Lesnar. I don't mean like in the same vein as Brock Lesnar, but he would come with a real, true, legitimate pedigree. Um, and he's a good dude. He really is. I mean, he's a shit talker. But I think he would do fine in WWE if he wanted to, because he's that's mic work, right? That's the thing. Like physically, those guys can do anything
Hmm.
anybody else can do. Like anybody in MMA can do
Sure.
probably most of the stuff any other athlete in the world can do. But it's the mic work that separates them. Brock Lesnar had got lucky and had Paul Heyman, but not everybody gets Paul Heyman, and I don't think not everybody will have that opportunity. So him being able to actually work on the mic and do things would be huge, and I don't think he'd sound as awkward as some of the other people.
Sure. All right, we'll see.
Um, who was oh god, dude, because I'm really bad with UFC. I love it, but I'm really bad with it. Who did WWE bring in for that Lesnar bit for a little bit?
Cain
UFC guy,
Velasquez, yeah.
Cain Velasquez. Do you think it's gonna be something like that,
No.
where it's just like for a storyline, or do you
Oh.
think he would be here to stay if
I
he
think
goes?
no. Michael Chandler's the kind of guy. If he's going to do it, he's going to do it. So I think he'd be there to stay. And I definitely don't think it'd be like a Cain Velasquez thing because I truly believe, like I said, uh, Chandler can talk. Cain Velasquez wasn't much of a talker either. I mean, he was just beating ass and
Didn't Kane get heat for recording in the locker room or something? Like something happened
um,
where like he got massive heat
no,
for it.
I'm pretty sure the thing with Kane was right after his thing on, and maybe he did, but right after his thing on WWE is when he killed that guy or beat the shit out of that guy who raped his family member.
Jeez.
And I still to this day will say Cain Velasquez did absolutely nothing wrong. So, um,
I agree.
but
He didn't kill him, and he shot at the car and he shot the guy's
yeah,
dad.
listen, the only thing Cain Velasquez did wrong was not finish the job. So,
Fair.
I'll agree
yeah.
to it. I'm a
Yeah.
dad, dude. I would probably do the
Yeah,
same shit. Of
as
course.
a father, and we're all fathers. I just I can't fault that man for taking care of his family. But yeah, no, I don't think Michael Chandler would be anything like that. I think if he's going to do it, he's going to do it. So
All right, here's the last story we're going to end on here before we get to Around the Bell. One says there was great surprise within WWE that top Triple H lieutenant Patrick Dooley was let go, and it was a decision that actually came from the very top of TKO. Put your conspiracy theory hats on, boys. Why would they do that? Why would they get rid of Triple H's right-hand man? Top tier guys, do you think it's a punishment? Do you think it's a warning shot? Hey, you're fucking up.
maybe who knows with these guys? Who knows?
I didn't even know this
Yep.
guy's name, so it's hard to comment on it.
I didn't
but
either, but like apparently it's a big fucking deal. Like if he needed anything, and I'm not talking about, hey, go to Starbucks. I'm
Sure.
sorry, it'd be more like, hey, go to Starbucks. But either way, it wasn't that. It was he was bouncing ideas off this guy. Literally, his number one dude, TKO. The higher ups in TKO were like, he's gone. I feel like that was a warning shot. In my opinion, I feel like that was. Do you see how expendable the people that you think are important are? You
Sure.
are too, which is wild because when you look at the quarterly results, WWE earned more than UFC by a lot.
Yeah, could be. And honestly, like I know this was recent, but I feel like WWE has found a good foothold post SummerSlam on both shows, so it could be kick in the pants, that led to that. Who knows?
Yeah, very well. Very well could be. All right, we ready to do this last shot, boys?
Oh, we didn't spin.
Oh, shit. All right, Aaron, you got your notepad out?
Always.
All right, here we go. This week we're going to go Aaron, me, Rankins, because that's the way I'm looking at the screen.
All right.
And sometime, I don't know, every time I go third, I end up getting tequila, so I'm going to try and go second. Here we go. Claire's choice. Good luck. That's your wife. She's going to pick something gross.
Oh, boy.
Clerk's choice. Nice.
All right.
I've become quite good friends with this new guy, this new liquor store I go to. Cheapest in town. Nice guy.
He's that same guy, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What was his name again? Andy. Andy. Yeah, good guy. Here we go, Rankins. You ready for tequila, buddy?
It's coming. Oh, that was close.
It
Rum.
was.
Look at how close that was. Holy shit.
Rum.
Rum. You got lucky. It's rum. All right, here we go, Aaron. Number 2.
All right.
Marissa's choice. Boy, you are getting...
Got a week
You're
ahead
kind
of
of fucked, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
We're
At least it's not
We're
Cassie.
running-
She'll make you drink
running
Ryan's.
real long today. She's going to be mean on you.
Oh, boy. Good luck with that, buddy. Brandy. Oh. No tequila.
Yeah. Similar week that you
Give
had
me
this
that
week.
tequila.
I'm fine with it. Big
Oh,
sips.
hey, I got one of those right now.
And or Buzzball.
Yeah, that's 2 for you on Big Sips, Adam, and
Yep.
2 for you, Tyler, on Brandy.
Brandy, which I'm about to do right
And
now.
I'm about to do my big sips.
I had my choice, so I grabbed something that I just hadn't seen before. It's a Twisted Tea
Ooh.
whiskey.
I like
What?
Twisted Tea, but I didn't know
Weird.
it was a whiskey.
Twisted Tea sweet whiskey. Yeah. We'll
All right.
see. I hadn't seen it
Knock
before.
it out. This one, guys, is warm, so, yeah,
Lovely.
I'm so excited.
Oh, it's very sweet, but it's like hot sweet. Why is it hot? It's room temperature and it's hot.
That ENJ is pretty good. I'm sorry for calling it cheap
You're so-
earlier. That's
you're
pretty
so
good.
Ghetto. I haven't met
That's so
I haven't
I mean-
met anybody that hasn't had at least 6 felonies that likes ENJ.
Hey, I'm at 0. Only misdemeanors,
Well,
buddy.
I don't. You've got some. You got some living up to do if you're gonna be drinking ENJ. Let me tell you.
I just don't get caught.
ENJ will help with that.
All right. All right. So this week we're doing Around the Bell. Yeah, Adam?
Yeah, no, go ahead. I was just saying, just kind of explain everything for them so I know.
Yeah, so we're doing Around the Bell this week. We've done it a couple times. We'll each have 2 topics, and this week we have an overarching topic. We're doing a title versus title heat check. So we're going to do kind of, like the top men's title, the top women's title, the tag teams title, the mid-cards titles, so on, and talking about the difference between them. Who is one storyline better than the other? Do you like one or the other? Does one or the other have a better outlook ahead of it? Just what you think, just getting a heat check on where the titles stand in WWE right now. So we'll each have 2. I'm going to put a minute on the clock because I feel like the last couple times we've run it pretty quick. If that seems fast, we'll back it off. But since we're talking about 2 people with 2 titles, I figured a minute each is pretty good. So, sound
I
all right?
think so.
All right. Do you want me to start us off?
Go
Yeah,
for it.
you go first.
All right. 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 All All right, so I have the mid card titles of Chad Gable and Baron Corbin. They're both pretty much in their infancy. Since SummerSlam, they won both of them, so it's hard to say what has happened. Gable hasn't even um, defended it yet, but it seems like they're starting a storyline with Rey Mysterio, kind of hopefully capping off the whole luchador side of things, where he's um, paying homage to the mask versus mask and closing it off with Rey Mysterio. I don't think there's a chance he wins, but I'm excited to see what they do after that. The luchador thing was great, but I'm ready for it to be done. I think what he does next will really cement his legacy as that title holder. And then Baron Corbin, I'm done. He didn't need it in the first place. I don't have the nostalgia of him. I really don't care. I think Trick should have won it back. Or sorry, I think Carmelo should have won it back. Him getting pinned clean in his hometown is pretty shitty. So I I think it's Trick Williams' title to win back, and I think that's where we stand. So, yay
They
Gable,
haven't changed it.
nay Corbin. Yeah,
They haven't changed it. If they were going to take it, if they were going to take that title from him for a long time, they would have already switched that out. They haven't
right.
changed it, and they haven't explained why they haven't changed it. So
Yep, exactly. Do you guys each want to do a minute on it, or do you just want to do it as one person per thing?
I think, how about whoever's topic it is gets a minute and the other people get 30 seconds?
yeah, I just needed what I said. Just each person gets one response. Just respond really quick.
Yeah, there you go. One
For
response.
sure.
And we'll call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead, Tyler.
All right, so I get that you don't have the nostalgia of Baron Corbin. I think what he's doing is really, really good. I was ready for a change with the United States Championship solely because the Open Challenge thing disappeared as soon as Trick won the title. Do I think the Open Challenge is going to happen with Baron? Absolutely not. But I think it opens up an opportunity for a face to win it, a solid face, because Trick walks that tightrope of,
Sure.
am I a heel? Am I a face? You don't know. I think this
Well,
opens
that's
up
why
a
Carmelo
solid
should've
chance
won.
for a face to win it and then bring up the Open Challenge again. So, yes, I definitely think Chad Gable is the better champion. He was the one that I think all of us pop for winning it. But I don't think Baron being the champion is the worst thing in the world.
This would be a tougher conversation if Trick was champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It would be.
Yep.
All right, Adam, you're up next. You have the
Right.
women's main card titles. Currently Rhea Ripley, but interim Chelsea Green, who we know is keeping the title per Nick Aldis, against Liv Morgan as the heavyweight women's championship. So go ahead.
Listen, everybody in the world knows I love the women. Mostly my wife. All right, but they also know that I can be very critical of the direction, and I feel like this is a problem. Right, I feel like the world title for the women, both world titles, are a problem because either you're not defending it, which is crazy. You have one active champion. You have another champion who is hurt, and then that champion gets replaced by somebody who is now hurt. And so you have a championship that is not active at all, and then you have one champion who is healthy and ready and able to go, and you do nothing with her. So I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. I do not think this is the women's fault, however, but I will say I'm going to give Chelsea Green the better championship because at least she's saying, "Hey, I got 30 days. Give me 30 days to be a champion. Give me 30 days to defend my title, and then I'll do it." Liv. I said Liz. I don't know who Liz is. Liv didn't even defend her title within the 30 days, 60 days, whatever it was. So Chelsea, because she knows what she's got going for. So
Go ahead, Tyler.
I agree with Adam. The fact that Chelsea has a broken orbital right now and is like, I still want to defend my title, I still want to wrestle, and then you have Liv. And of course, this is obviously creative-wise. I don't think Liv would want to not defend her title. So everybody in the comments, calm the fuck down. But creatively, they have really botched this thing.
Yeah.
And Chelsea is sitting there with a fucked up eyeball, and she's still like, no, I'm the champ.
Just wants to go.
Let me do this.
Yeah.
Get a mask.
Yep.
What did Aldis say? Get a mask, get cleared.
Yep.
You got 30 days. I think the more interesting title and the more interesting storyline, believe it or not, is Chelsea's right now. For me, at least personally, I know we got Becky and we got Stephanie Vacquier with the world title stuff or whatever, but guess who's not involved in that right now? Liv. Those two are button heads, not Liv as much. So again, is this just another thing where Liv is going to sit down on the bench and watch other people fight for a chance to go at her title? Is this going to be another 100 days? What?
Yeah. I'll go the other way. I actually am really excited about Liv's title. I do think Stephanie and Becky will bring life to that title. They both have said, like, we want the title. Maybe we have to fight each other on the way, but, like, we're not giving the title time off for this. You also have the overarching Roxanne Perez, will she turn, will she not type of thing in Judgment Day. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. But I do agree that Chelsea Green has a lot of really cool stuff she can do, especially when she, as you said, come back. But I like that they're using her on TV right now with the injury because she plays such a good character that she can be a good champion without wrestling. You know what I mean? At least for the next couple weeks. So, yeah.
Can I add something?
Sure.
And it's not an argument part. It's just like in addition to that type of injury, we've seen Undertaker wear the Phantom of the Opera mask with that same injury wrestle.
Sure.
I mean, I guess you could throw Cody Rhodes in with the broken nose, but I think that was more of a work than anything with the mask that he wore. He wore like that basketball face mask. It was before you were watching, Aaron, but it worked. We saw Rhea wear it, especially during War Games. She did like the Art the Clown thing, which I'm a big horror movie fan, so I double popped for that.
Sure.
There is a way and there is a chance that she could get cleared enough to wear a mask and wrestle.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Tyler, we're going to save the best for last. So you're going to have the tag team division as a whole. So you have the MFTs as the WWE champions. You have the Vision as the world champions. You have Fatal Influence as the women's tag team champions. And down at NXT, you have Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights as the NXT champions. So your minute starts now. Go ahead.
Okay, so just to get the NXT part out of the way now. Miles and Davion's thing with the we're friends, we're not friends, we're friends, we're not friends. I dig it. It's not main roster stuff, but they're doing really good with it. The MFTs beating it off of Damian and R-Truth needed to happen. That needed to happen to legitimize those two as especially having Haku. That's a big move, and I do like that. And then Fatal Influence. Come on, how long was Brie and Paige gonna hold those titles? I mean, I thought that they put off a couple really good matches, and then somewhere I was like, they don't have any chemistry right now. What the fuck's going on? And then the Vision. Fuck the Vision. Dude, just fucking scrap it already. Scrap it. Yeah. Keep Austin and Logan together with Dupree and just call it something else. Obvious winner, I say the MFTs.
Sure. I will say that the one I like the best is Fatal Influence. Being a heel faction, I think they can keep these titles for a long time. We could see the rare, like, disqualification win. We will see the interference wins. I think they'll hold this for quite a while, and I think it'll be really entertaining. I agree with you that Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights are doing some great work in NXT, but I think them getting the titles is just a catalyst for their breakup. I think it'll probably go right back to Vanity Project because they'll be the turn on each other between Miles and Tavion, setting up the North American Championship feud. But as far as the two main roster WWE championships, why do I care if the company doesn't care? I want to care. I want to love the tag team division, but if they're not going to put anything into it, well, then what do I have to think about? So, Fatal Influence, take it away.
I just want to take my time. to appreciate Tavion Heights because that dude is absolutely ridiculous. I have never seen a belly to belly suplex looks as nasty and even the Bailey to belly. That Tavion Heights belly to belly suplex when he's really going, and you can almost tell like, hey, he's a little hyped right now because he hits that thing hard. The dude is a
Yeah.
supreme athlete. I'm going to pick them only actually because of the same thing that Aaron said. I think they're going to have such a great breakup. They're going to have such an incredible North American title run between the two of them. So I think their title run now is going to be the most impactful because it's going to be great. They're going to be so good when they come off of this, and they're facing each other. And I don't know who or if both will be in on the main roster anytime soon. But Tavion Heights is legit, and if you haven't watched him, you need to. The dude is so good, and Miles Bourne is really good too. But Tavion Heights, I did not know, I didn't, and
Yeah.
he's next level. He's next level. That's it.
That's fair. All right. For my second one,
Oh,
I
hold on.
kinda-
Can I interrupt you for just a second?
Yep.
We have a new follower and a new fan of the show. It's Big Mike on the scene at on TikTok. Big Mike on the scene gave us a really big shout out and literally went through and like watched our videos and liked quite a few of the ones from the pod. And he said, and I quote, "Amazing content, brother." So I told him I'd give him a shout out. Big Mike on the scene on TikTok. Go check him out.
There you go. Always appreciate it. All right, for the last one for me, I decided to lump the NXT champions aside from the tag team together. So I have Tony D'Angelo, Kendall Gray, Miles Bourne, and Zarya as the main champions on NXT. I think Tony D'Angelo he's kind of that guy that got left behind in that group, the Braun Breaker, the Trick Williams, the Grayson Waller, but I think he's doing a really good job. He's holding the title while also making it seem like the new people are important. The Mason Rooks, the Cam Hendricks, the Nakaroos, now Grayson Waller's back, Santana's there. Like he's making that seem like those are important guys, which I think is exactly what he should do with that title. Miles Bourne, he's been good, but I just feel like I haven't seen him wrestle a lot. So I think it's Tavion Heights' time to take that over, as Adam was talking about. Zarya is one of my favorite wrestlers. I think she's doing great work. I think she's going to have like a kind of like a Trick Williams NXT run where she lasts a long time and she's going to do a lot of side quests. But by the time she's ready to come up, it's going to be really, really good. And then finally, I've saved Kendall Gray for last because I think she's the best. She is the best wrestler in NXT. She's the best wrestler as the champions. I hope they hold her down a little bit longer than say like Sol Ruka just to get that experience. I think it says a lot if you can carry a title for 6, 9, 12 months. But she's the best, and when she gets to the main roster, she will still be the best.
I'm next, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Kendall Gray, I was popping for her before she was even on the NXT roster. That her first appearance, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's like Kurt Angle with a ponytail. I was down. Zarya and Trick Williams, I want to lump those together because Shawn Michaels said to management, they're like, well, how long do you think it would take you to get somebody ready for the main roster? And Shawn said 3 years. And then, management was like, well, can't you do it faster? And he's like, I could, but not to the level that I think they should be at. Trick Williams, Zarya. I think he's picking favorites on who he thinks is really going to blow up and holding them as long as he can.
Sure.
Miles Bourne, I can't say enough about the guy. Like, especially like, imagine doing all of that, but like only having 20% hearing in one ear or whatever it is. That's fucking crazy. There is no headlock. Let me talk to you for a second. It's all about feel out there, man. And the kid's fucking got it. He's got it. But for me, I'm gonna pick Zarya.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll take my time just to say, like, listen, homeboy, goodness, I'm drawing a blank right now.
Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, there it is,
Oh
Tony
shit! I
D'Angelo.
left out Tony.
Yeah,
It's all right.
Fuck.
Tony. I think they're doing what they need to be doing with this title. I think this title doesn't need to be a I'm the up and comer. I think this title is I'm the last one left, and then
Sure.
and I'm the one who's gonna hold down the fort and say like, look, I'm the blockade. I'm the one that's stopping you from just flooding into the main roster. You got to get through me. And then when he goes, then you get that jockeying for position for a while, and you get
Sure.
another champion who's a transitional champion to that next guy who is going to hold everybody else back. And I think that that's what that title needs to be. And I don't think there's a better person than Tony D'Angelo. I struggle to see his position on the main roster, and that's what sucks because
Hmm.
I really, really, really enjoy the dude, and I think he'd be great at whatever they have him do. But God, I think he's gonna get just buried up there. He's gonna get what's his name? Goodness, let me screw this up. Any
Ricky
of the
Starks.
guys that went to AEW after this. Well, who was I thinking of? The Hispanic guys that just went from just over and over. They keep coming back, keep
Oh,
coming back, keep
Andrade.
coming back. Andrade, yeah, Andrade for sure, and then other ones. But just I feel like he's going to get into that scenario where they Andrade him, they have him up there. He does great work, he does great stuff, but they don't have anything for him.
Sure.
You know, and Andrade had the family and all that. It's the same character that they seem to not be able to figure it out. But I don't know how you don't make a mobster character play. Like, how many mobster movies have there ever been in American culture? Like, you should be able to figure this out. My daughter's been yelling at me for saying the F word, so I got to chill. So
There you go.
she keeps like, don't say that. Well, you don't say that.
So I just want to add something. The reason that I didn't bring up Tony is because Aaron, you hit it perfectly, and you can look back at the tape. I did this because you named off all these people that he made seem important. Zilla is another one. Debut right
Oh, yeah.
away. Title picture.
Yeah.
That was all I had left to say. You were right 100%. He is making a lot of people feel important, and he does feel
Sure.
like the gatekeeper. Like, if you can't beat me, then what the fuck are you even doing here? So yeah, that's all I had to add. But yeah, Zilla Fatu, you left that name out.
All right, Adam. You have the penultimate category here. You have the women's mid card. So Raquel Rodriguez as the IC champion versus JC Jane, who just won on Friday for the U.S. Women's Championship.
Yeah, I've got no love lost for Jason Jane. I've never been like a big fan of that, and it sucks because like I hear how much Aaron loves her and like you know how much people rave over her work, and she's good. I also am not that big of a fan of Raquel Rodriguez, but I don't like Raquel Rodriguez in the scenario she's in now. But I also think that both of those women are the exact people that the WWE needs in those positions. So they're not my favorite. They're not my favorite wrestlers. They're not my favorite people out there. Um, there are other women I think that I would like to see as champion. Um, but I don't think anybody has put in the work and deserves it as much as those two. And I don't use the word deserve very often because it's just not something in my lexicon. I don't like that verbiage. I don't like deserve. It breeds entitlement. But I think that those two have put up so much and they've done so much and they've taken so many lumps and they've taken so much shit from everybody that they deserve a title. I don't want to pick a favorite on this one, guys. I think both are the future, and I think that they're both going to do incredible things with these titles. So
That's fair. I think Raquel kind of feels like a hey, you did the work, now you get to have this for a little bit title holder. It also makes me a little worried about Soul that they were willing to take it off her so quickly. Maybe they don't think she did as well as they were hoping when she first came on the scene, but maybe Raquel is the catalyst for the Roxanne split. Maybe she was after that title before the Liv title type of thing. But all I'll say is Fatal Influence. I said it before in the tag teams. I think they're going to be a faction that we look back on in 3 years and be like, they carried as the heel faction for 3 years, really, and we're gonna look back on it fondly. So, JC Jane's a goat. That rolling encore is one of the best moves in the industry, and I'm here for it. As a heel champion on a mid card title, she can hold that for however long she wants to, and I think we'll get some really good stuff out of it.
I will say really quick, I do think Fatal Influence is going to be what they wanted the faction of Bailey and those guys to be. God, what was it?
Horsewomen?
No.
Oh wait, no. After that,
Damage Control.
Damage
Control. Yeah.
Damage Control.
I think Fatal Influence would be what they wanted Damage Control to be.
Or even the baddies.
Congratulations to those women. Or even the baddies. Yeah, absolutely the baddies. But congratulations to them. Sorry, Tyler, go ahead.
Okay. Before I say anything, I want you guys to look this person up. Okay? Chelsea Peretti. Can you guys look? I just need you to see a picture.
I do know who
Is JC Jane not a hotter version of Chelsea Peretti? Is that just me?
Damn it, Tyler.
Sorry. All right. Well, looking at Raquel and JC Jane, which I'm going to say this right now. Why the fuck did they take that custom belt off Raquel? 1 week we had that. That was the coolest thing ever. I touted about it on this show. Then this week we see it doesn't have the barbed wire, blood, blah, blah, blah on it that made it fucking badass and sick. Bad move, WWE. Bad move. The thing is, for me, I'm going to say Raquel over JC, and it's just because Raquel has put in the work longer. Not that she's done it harder, that she's done it longer, and she finally got her due paid. JC, this is what we needed for the belt. It's so hard to pick between these two because they both, it was time. And they both got it. But I'm going to say Raquel simply because she's been there longer. That is literally the only difference between them. I love Fatal Influence. I think WWE's always been looking for a replacement ever since The Shield. I think this is the closest thing that we're going to get since then. Fatal Influence. I really do.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm going to go Raquel.
All right, Tyler. Try to take a minute. All right, I'll give you some leeway here, but I know I kept this one for you. All right. We have the men's main roster championships, the upper card.
Aaron,
Yeah.
Aaron, before you do this, can you put a disclaimer up on the screen right now that the opinions expressed by Tyler are not held by all members of this podcast and should be taken with a grain of salt. Since the word slob on the knob was created based on Tyler's feelings towards CM Punk. If it could say just exactly that would be fine.
Exactly. Yeah, I can do
Sorry,
that.
Tyler,
Sure.
go ahead, buddy.
All right, we're talking about Roman Reigns as the
Go ahead,
heavyweight
buddy.
championship, right? Again,
All right, I'm waiting for the bell, boys.
against CM Punk,
Go ahead.
the upper card. Go ahead, Tyler.
Okay, who was at TV this week and who wasn't? Who's Mr. Part-Timer and who isn't? Who needs to have a faction to carry his fucking name around and who doesn't? Who was at NXT this week and who wasn't? Punk's the one putting in all the fucking championship work. Roman just got the belt, now he's got the title, and now he gets to just coast. He loves to coast. I'm not saying his matches are bad because they're good. They're bangers every fucking time, sure. But when you only have 6 a year, sure. How the fuck are they not going to be bangers? CM Punk, 100%. How the fuck do you not pick CM Punk? He puts the work in. He puts the fucking work in. He's trying to help the younger people. Roman has literally said, I don't give a shit about anybody else but people that I'm related to. What the fuck does that mean to you?
He's never said those words. He's never said those words.
He definitely did. He definitely did. He said, and I quote, I'm not here to be friendly or make friends with anybody. I only talk to my family. He didn't say it the way I said it, but that's what he said.
And Punk says, I'm just here to make money. So,
Yeah, but is he? I mean, he's making money, but he's also going down to NXT and helping kids. I don't see Roman in NXT.
go ahead, Adam.
Oh, you want me to go next? Okay.
Sure.
What are they doing a tournament for right now? Like, are they doing a luchador tournament that's gonna happen?
Yeah, the
like
opportunity
AAA
to get
wrestlers?
squashed by Roman.
The opportunity to have a world title. When's the last time that CM Punk gave an opportunity to somebody from NXT? You know
Sure.
who did the last time? It was Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes gave the last opportunity to somebody
Oba.
from
It was Oba,
NXT,
right?
and it was Oba. Yeah. So listen, I feel you. I know that Punk is there all the time, but quantity does not always mean quality. All right. Now, if I would take, I'll tell you this right now. Okay, I'm just gonna relate this to food because that's what I know the best. All right. I would take 6 good, solid, quality, beautiful ribeyes over 150 hot dogs. Okay?
Oh my fucking god.
Okay? I want ribeyes. I want ribeyes, ribeyes, ribeyes. Give me Roman. I can't wait for this match to happen again.
You just killed Tyler.
It's only because I got to go second. If I would have had to go first, it would have been reversed.
Oh man, I will. So comparing the part-time thing, CM Punk did lose his championship at WrestleMania, take 3 months off, and come back and win the championship. All right, so, and don't get me wrong, I actually I liked it. I don't think it's a problem, but if you're comparing, kind of did the same thing. I will say, the current feud with KO is probably my best thing in all of WWE, but I kind of think that's a KO thing too. I think KO is probably upper echelon of anyone in the industry. Um, but with Roman Reigns, man, this is not the same bloodline story. He has done all of his matches on his own. It was Punk.
Solo.
It was 2 Jacob Fatu matches. It was Seth Rollins, which wrapped up a long storyline.
Which was a banger.
It was. It'll be Penta next. It'll probably be LA Knight after that. And if he keeps it up, it's all his storyline right now is I have my family, but when it comes to beating the big guys, it's me. And I think Roman Reigns is probably the best big match wrestler in all of wrestling. The entrance, the
I'd say
feel.
ever.
Ever is probably fair. Every time you see him or feel that music hit or see him step in the ring, you're like, this is the biggest shit that I'm going to see in a while. And it's always those matches, and they always deliver. So I do think that the KO CM Punk feud is probably the best thing out right now, but I think the run as the title holder for Roman right now is significant for a lot of different reasons. So I'm looking forward to both, but Roman's killing it right now, man.
I got one argument.
Full disclosure, really quick, Tyler. I was not a Roman fan when I came back. I thought it was corny. I was not a Roman fan.
That is exactly what I'm about to get into.
I was saying I wasn't a KO fan, but I'm a fan of both now. Because I've evolved. All right, and when you're ready to, let us know. But go ahead. What were you saying?
The thing is I never stopped watching wrestling, so I've been here for all of it, and I had to watch Vince McMahon shove Roman down my fucking throat. He was the #1 entrant and won the Royal Rumble to keep his title, and I knew it was going to happen before it happened. That's how far he was shoving him down my fucking throat.
That's fair.
I had to deal with all of that, and he was still the big dog. And it was so corny. It was so stupid. I hated it. And you know what? To his excuse, he hated it. He didn't like doing that. And honestly, until he got to be himself, that's when he actually got over. But you had the usual marks that don't do what we do and dig into everything and look at the dirt sheets and everything else that would like Roman. Until he did that, that was when he got over. But my thing is, Conrad Thompson this week said that he said if Roman Reigns was gone and just gone, the program would be the same. The show would be the same. It wouldn't lose any ratings. It wouldn't gain any ratings.
I don't agree.
I think I must be, and that's the thing, because I don't think you guys would agree either. But I kind of agree with Conrad. I don't think the ratings.
I'm in the middle on that. I'm in the middle on that. I'm a firm believer in, and this is middle management for your ass right here. I'm a firm believer in everybody's replaceable, right? Like, and not in the sense that I think Roman himself is replaceable, but I do think the product will move along. The product has always moved along.
Sure.
They would change, they would adjust, they would do things, but I do not believe that the product would be as big or as profitable as it is now without what Roman did in 2021, 2022. Right out of the pandemic. Drew gets all the credit for the pandemic.
Yes, he does.
In my opinion. But
yes,
Roman
he does.
took it right after him. And what Roman did when he came back from leukemia should honestly make him, if not the greatest of all time, in the conversation for sure. But I do agree that I think they could move on without. I don't think the circus would keep rolling.
My last thing is I think the only thing I would argue against that is you watch the PLE to see what Roman does next. What is Roman doing What is Roman doing at the next big show is the question that a lot of people are asking themselves. So,
but could somebody else fill that role, though? Could somebody else fill that role? That's my question. Could somebody else fill that role? You know what I mean? Like
probably, but it would take time.
It would. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
I think the next person to take that Roman spot, the exact spot that he has, where it's like part-time but not part-time, just part-time in ring, but you show up and you do your cameos, you do your promos and everything else. It's probably one of these young kids that are coming up now. It's not anybody that we're used to seeing every week or we've watched for the last decade. It's going to be one of the kids. It might be Oba.
It's a Trick Williams.
Sure.
It's somebody who's going to go do movies. It's somebody who's going to go do rap videos. It's somebody who's going to go do all this other stuff, who can do everything other than wrestle. Trick Williams is the next one. That's without a doubt.
Yeah, it's one of the kids.
Not to say he's the face of the company, but I'm saying Trick Williams is the next one to do what Roman's doing, in my opinion. For sure.
That's fair. All right, let's tap out of this.
Yep.
That's a wrap. Boys, as always, W Energy to get all your caffeine needs. Code KFABMarks for 10% off. Find us on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, all that good stuff. Give us a rating and review. Come check us out on TikTok. Reels, we've been popping off there with the 2K content. So, yeah.
I just checked, by the way. We have over 500 views on just the last 3 talks that we put since we've been doing the episodes.
Let's go. For sure. All right, boys. You got anything else to add?
Yeah. We need W Energy to kick out from doing this fucking show.
Guys, remember, always out there, as school's coming, as the summer's coming to a close and school's starting out, I'm talking to you parents out there. I know you need a break. I know this is the time of the year for you, but to all my teachers who might be listening to this is now where I start talking to you. Okay, I want you to understand that bad times don't last. All right, bad little ass kids, they don't last either. Okay, they move on. You just give them A's and you pass them right on to the next one. Okay, that's what I've learned about from all my teacher friends. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. You be the bad guy. You take that selfie from the little badass kids, and you let them know that this is your classroom, and we love you, we care about you. Have a great week.
Peace.